Hey, everybody. My name is Sam Fensterstock, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Business Development at AGA. And this is a overview of the AGA Dashboard, the AGA reporting platform. When you log into AGA using your ID and password, what you're going to be taken to is a default menu that has the various reports that we provide as part of our services. And we have about 8 default reports that are standard to the platform that everybody gets access to. And then we also have a whole level of custom reporting that we can develop based on your specific requirements. So what I'm going to do right now is just take you one by one through the various reports that we developed. And the thought around these reports was to provide our clients with every piece of information that they would need to evaluate the performance of a file that has been placed with AGA, track what's going on the file, look at notes, communicate with collectors, look at payment information, remittance information, and all sorts of other analytic around the performance of the accounts placed with AGA. So the first report, also a report that is delivered monthly by email, is the collection summary. And this is our recovery report. This is the report that we use to gauge our performance. And basically what it gives you is a top-down view of all of your placements over the entire period of time that you've been working with us, and the ability to drill down into the individual files as well. So real quickly, what I'll do is take you through the components of this report. So as you can see, what you're seeing here is a year-by-year total, the total amount of files that were placed by this company, Creditor Corp, with AGA. And what you see from left to right are the year, the month, the number of accounts, the referral amount, which is the total dollars placed, uncollectible placement accounts. These are accounts that, when placed with AGA, were either bankrupt or defunct corporations where there was no ability to collect funds from them, or it was an account that our client asked us to close out or withdraw. The net number is the next column, which is the amount of money that AGA could collect. The next column, amount collected, is the money that we did collect. The next column is the percent collected on net referrals, which is the recovery rate for that particular period of time. And the last column is the open balance. So if we go down from the bottom of this page, you'll see that there's 2,700 files that were placed for $4.8 million. Of that 4.8, we collected successfully 1.8 million, which leaves us a balance of, uncollectible placement was 1.8 million, which means a net number of $3 million. Of that 3 million, we collected 1.8 million, which gives us a recovery rate of 60.98%. Now, there is $519,000 still in the open balance areas. These are files that we are still actively working, and therefore, if no files were placed going forward and we continue to collect these monies, this number of 60 would go up. This is the number that we focus on. This is our net recovery rate. Now, with this report, there's some other things that you can do. So let's say we wanted to drill into 2012. All I do is click the little plus sign, and now you're going to see is a drop down with each month listed and the number of files listed for each month, the gross or referral amount, the uncollectible placement amount, the net number, the amount of money that we collected for the month's placements, what the recovery rate was for that particular month placements, and then what the open balance. And then you can even drill down to the next level and look at the files. So if I click on the plus next to the 12, now I'm going to drill down and look at each individual placement account, and you can see sort of what happened with those accounts. So any one that's in this column, uncollectible placement, these are probably defunct or bankrupt corporations. So if I want to click over here on the right side on the AGA file number, I click down through to the header information, and as you can see for this particular file, it was a defunct corporation. What you're noticing right there is an archive note. We archive all notes after 60 days of a file being closed, and since this is a lot of old data, these notes are all archived. But also over here, you see there's a file that was $3,200. We collected $1,600 at 50%. No balance though, so that must have been a settlement. I click through here, you'll see that yes, in fact, that this was a settlement. So in the AGA platform, in the collection summary report, you have the ability to start at the top level and then drill into the year, the month, and the individual files. Also, all this information is exportable. So if you want to take this report, export it into any of these file formats, it's very easy to do so. If you want to put it into Excel, which is the view that you see when we email you the reports on a monthly basis, what you will now see is the report dropped easily into an Excel spreadsheet, so that if you wanted to do something with this information outside of the dashboard, you have easy access to pull it into whatever format that you want to. And here's what it looks like inside of an Excel spreadsheet. So that's the first report. It's called the collection summary, and it's also emailed to you on a monthly basis. The second report is called the status report. And this is the report that is most commonly used by our clients to basically just look up any information on a file. Over here on the left-hand side, you have a date range that you could change. So you can look at files placed between a certain period of time. You also have some options for open, close files, or open and close files. Let's say we want to look at just the open files. I click it and I refresh. And now it's going to show me in alphabetical order all the files that are still open and being worked on. And then you have the ability to drill into information on each one of those files. So from left to right, the summary data that we show is the name of the company, file number, both your file number and our file number, notifiement of direct payment. If you get a direct payment, you can click on this link and it'll take easily open up an email where you can notify the collector of the payment that came in. You see the date of the debt, which is the date of your last invoice. We track how old the placements are when we get them. So there's some analytics we can do with that as well. When it was placed, how much was it placed for? How much did we collect so far? What's the current balance? When was the last payment received? How much was that payment? And were any commissions and interest charged on the account so far? And then the status of the account. And these codes all align with a term in the status description. Now, all these columns are sortable by the little arrow here on the top. You can sort ascending to descending if you want to, by any one of these numbers. If you also want to sort alphabetically on the file, it automatically opens as defaulting to alphabetical. And then if you want to look at the notes on any particular account to see what's happening, all you have to do is click on the name of the account, and that'll then drill you down to the detailed notes where you can see exactly what's happening on the account. So let me go through one of these notes with you and tell you exactly what you're going to be seeing on the screen. So at the top, you see the name of your company and the name of the debtor. You have the file number from the AGA here at the top left. On the right, you have your file number. On the left, you also have the name of the collector at AGA who's handling this file, Scott Briskin. And then you also have the current status of the file, filing debtor up for balance. This is also an in-house file. It's green. We use a stoplight system, so green is in-house, yellow is legal, red is closed. And as you can see, the file was placed on January 3rd for $3,900. And so far, we've collected 74, so it's a balance of $3,834. And then you see date and timestamp every single activity on the file. Also, what you'll notice is that our collectors do type in full sentences. So it's very easy to understand what they're saying. And we also use this little code here called smell money. That means that we're very confident that we're going to be selling, collecting on the file. But let's say you looked at this file and you had a question, and you wanted to reach out to the collector, or you want some information on the file that you didn't think was in the notes. Well, very easy to communicate with one of our collectors by clicking on the name of the collector, clicking on their email address, and then what you'll see is an email will open up that's already templated with all the information relating to this particular file. So it's very easy to ask the collector the question, and he'll get back to you within 24 hours. So you have direct communication with the collectors if you choose to work with AGA. Also, this note is easily exportable. So if you want to share it with somebody, you can take the note, convert it into a PDF file, and now you have that note inside PDF, inside Adobe Acrobat as a PDF file, and you can take it, save it, share it, do whatever you want to do with it. But all of our information in this system is exportable. And then also one of the things I wanted to show you is that on every file over 750 where we cannot make an initial contact attempt, we are going to skip trace the account. So here's an example of a skip trace. And anytime you see in the system proprietary search, it means that we're trying to find alternative phone numbers to reach the principals of the business, and therefore we've done a skip trace on the account. There's no cost for skip tracing. So this is the status report, also emailed to you on a monthly basis as an Excel spreadsheet, and it'll look like this in an Excel spreadsheet. And it's the same report, just in an Excel spreadsheet, and that gets emailed to you once a month. The next report is the payment report. One of the most important reports, gets checked all the time. Anytime that a payment comes in, it's going to be reported here the next day. So each day you could come in and track what payments are coming in. And over here you have a date range. So if you want to see how much money did AGA collect in a period of time, very easy to put a quarterly number in there or a range. And now you can see during the fourth quarter of the year, AGA collected $16,000, net due back to our customer $13,000. And so it's very easy to see exactly what's going on. And then if you want to look at the actual file, you click on the name, and now you can drill down and see exactly what happened and what led to the collection of this file. So payment report, all the payments are online. Remittance report, we have a 2-week escrow hold policy. And so once we clear a check in our account on the 1st, on the 14th, 2 weeks later, you're going to get your remittance sent back to you. If your remittance is by ACH, it will not be online. You'll get an email from us with the details. But if it is by paper check and it's not in batch, then what you'll see here is online is this report, which shows the account numbers, the name of your customer, the check date that we're sending you the check number, and then how much we're sending you after we take out our fee. So if once again, you see the amount received and how much we sent out. So you can go in here and say, okay, for a certain period of time, say on a particular quarter. Here is the amount of money that has been dispersed, and we had 30 remittances for $13,857. So all the remittance information is online at your fingertips as well. Now, awaiting client's response report. We have many instances where our clients have to get us information. And so therefore, what we've done is create a report to keep our clients up to date as to what we're waiting for from them. So if we needed information like a copy of an invoice or a statement, or maybe there was a dispute or waiting for some feedback, here you have an ongoing list of all the files that we are waiting for information on, awaiting clients. And these are files that we can't do anything on until we hear back from you. So it's very easy to see which files are by clicking on the waiting client response report. The end of year collection, cost of collection report. This is a report that is an example of a customer report. This is actually one of our clients' reports that we duplicated. And what this report does is show recoveries after you net out the fees that are paid to AGA for our commissions. And so what this shows you, across the bottom for this company, 989 files for 1.6 million. And this is in the year 2009. We collected 579. They paid us fees of 98. So they netted out 481,000, which is a 23% recovery rate using a cost of collection analysis. So this is a report that's available to our clients. And once again, an example of a customer report. This was a client report that we decided to make available for all of our clients. A waterfall report. Many of our clients want to see, how are we liquidating over a period of time files placed on a particular month. And so what you see here is, for a particular period of time, you can choose a date range. And then you see is how many files for that particular month, what the placement dollars were, and then how much of that was collected in month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6. So a waterfall report available at your fingertips. And then another one that we think is really good is a paid file report showing you, how much money do we collect in the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So what you're seeing here for this period of time, all right, we had 86 files placed, 61 we collected on, right, and we collected this amount of money in the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month, the fifth month. So you can see how quickly we're liquidating. It's a very similar version of a waterfall report, just shown from a different perspective. And so this is the AGA dashboard. The last few reports I showed you are all examples of custom reports that our clients asked for that we're able to deploy, and then we decide to make them, parts of our standard reporting. But if you decide to work with AGA, what you're going to have access to is a reporting platform like this that gives you everything that you need at your fingertips. If there's any questions, please reach out to us at samf@agaltd.com.